Battle through the firmament. Grand world. Chapter 333 The Living Dead. At the center of the Wu Yin meridian, the sea of blood boiled and the murderous aura filled the air, dyeing the entire mountain range. In a pile of ruined rocks, the giant bear monster that was as tall as a few people stood with its head held high. The bone axe in its huge palm was circulating with a bloody light, and its body was surrounded by corpse energy. Its blood-red eyes stared straight at the petite human in front of it. Wu Shaoqi had a head full of white hair, and her originally delicate face was covered with wrinkles. Her body had also unknowingly bent a lot. How did her life force disappear so quickly? She is losing her life force. The Xiaoao shivered and got up from Xiaoyan's arms. When it saw Wu Shaoqi's appearance, it could not help but turn pale with fright. It hurriedly shouted, "Don't you want to cross the line? Quickly stop, or you will die." Xiaoyan also looked at Wu Shaoqi with a face full of shock. The latter had suddenly stepped forward, which made him deeply feel powerless. In the face of such a monster, besides the Buddha Fury Fire Lotus, he was actually at a helpless state. Wu Shaoqi was silent when she heard this. Her body actually gradually rose up. Facing the huge bear monster's bone axe that was coming at her, she stretched out her old palm. Light circulated on it, as if it carried unparalleled power, sending the huge bear monster flying and crashing into a cliff at the side. "Xiaoyan, I will hold it back. You guys leave this place quickly." Wu Shaoqi turned to look at Xiaoyan and the other two. Her old face seemed to be enduring great pain. "I have a curse mark on my body. My life force has been devoured by the curse seal. Even if I leave this place for a few years, I will still die without a doubt. This time, I have entered the illusory spirit space with the determination to die. This time, I will undo this curse seal. Although I have accelerated my death, the strength I have obtained. This monster." Pausing, Wu Shaoqi softly choked. "After you go out, don't tell Grandpa that he will be worried. Just pretend that you have never seen me." As she spoke, a line of clear tears flowed out from her eyes. Her usual tenacity had already disappeared without a trace at this moment. No matter what, she was just a woman. Facing death, anyone would feel fear, and the pain of leaving one's family was even more heartbreaking. Xiaoyan's heart sank when he heard this. Wu Shaoqi had completely made up her mind to die. Wu, leaping up from the pile of rocks, the giant bear rushed over. The source corpse key swept across like a howling gale. The entire valley was filled with an inexplicable fishy smell. "Let's go." With a light shout, two golden lights suddenly shot out from Wu Shaoqi's turbid eyes. With a light wave of her arms, a millstone-sized golden seal suddenly condensed. The aura lingering on it caused the entire valley to tremble. The huge golden seal whizzed over. The golden light roared in the space that it swept across, sweeping away the origin corpse key that filled the sky. Under the gazes of Xiaoyan and Wu Shaoqi, it ruthlessly smashed onto the giant bear monster's body. Accompanied by a furious cry, the endless origin corpse key was incinerated into nothingness. When the golden light scattered, the giant bear monster was already close to dying. The huge golden seal flew out. Wu Shaoqi seemed to have exhausted all of her strength as she powerlessly fell from the sky. Xiaoyan reacted quickly and rushed out, catching the giant bear firmly. The old pair of eyes glanced at Xiaoyan. Wu Shaoqi's cracked lips opened, and she used all her strength to speak. That fellow's imposing manner is greatly reduced. Take its origin bead and leave this place. Please don't tell Grandpa." As she spoke, the tears that flowed out of her eyes slowly stopped. The color in her eyes also quietly disappeared. There is no longer any life. Xiaoyan hugged Wu Shaoqi. When he sensed the life force that had scattered from her body, a loud bang resounded in his mind. He opened his mouth and muttered to himself, "I'm sorry, young lady." The Xiaoao burst into tears, feeling extremely guilty. If it had not insisted on coming in to investigate, Wu Shaoqi might have left this place when she encountered the devil ape. She would not have lost her life. "All right, Xiaoao, It is not your fault. Xiaoyan said softly. He gently placed Wu Shaoqi on the huge rock, turned his head, and comforted the Xiao. Then, he looked at the giant bear that was struggling to get up not far away. His eyes were filled with anger. Speaking of which, Wu Shaoqi's death was closely related to him. Although he comforted the Xiao, Xiaoyan's heart was filled with self-blame. Boom! Xiaoyan clenched his teeth tightly. The crimson gold flame on his body suddenly rose. He also unleashed the heavenly monic flame mantra burning spell and rushed towards the giant bear demon. A fist filled with anger ruthlessly smashed onto the latter's head. I'm sorry. Seeing the giant bear monster's body slowly disappear, a crystal-clear origin bead landed on the ground. Xiaoyan deeply buried his head and muttered to himself in a low voice, his tone full of self-blame. The Xiao looked at Wu Shaoqi's aged face, kept his tears, and shouted, illusory spirit space, when I recover my strength in the future, I must destroy all 5 major yin meridians and accompany little Missy to death. Xiaoyan turned around and looked at the Xiao. The latter's face was full of disappointment, and his small mouth kept muttering. He, little guy, I can't destroy these 5 major yin meridians. Xiaoyan was about to say something when an old and gloomy voice suddenly sounded out and echoed throughout the entire valley. The sudden voice caused Xiaoyan and the Xiao to be stunned. The latter stood up and roared furiously, Who is it? Get out here! Xiaoyan looked at the blood sea with a serious expression. The moment the voice sounded, the blood sea suddenly boiled, as if it was stirring up endless waves. Boom! In the next moment, the blood sea rose up, and endless blood condensed in the sky. The place where the blood sea originally was had now become a plain. Under the astonished gazes of the 2 men, a huge blood-red eye slowly emerged. The blood in the eye flowed, and it was an extremely frightening sight. It was an eye the size of a disc, and it seemed as if it could see through Xiaoyan and the other man. Trying to act mysterious. Is a dead man trying to scare us? The Xiao was not afraid at all. It placed its small hands on its hips and cursed. The flames around Xiaoyan's body were extinguished. Looking at the huge eye in the sky, although he was shocked in his heart, his facial expression remained unchanged. Even if the opponent was an ancient expert, he wouldn't be able to survive after being suppressed for such a long time. You're right, I am indeed a dead man, but unlike those guys who can't die anymore, I am a living dead man. The blood in the huge blood eye flowed, and the rumbling sounds could be heard without an end. A living corpse. Xiaoyan and the Xiao were startled, and their eyes were fixed on the huge blood eye. It's a long story. The voice of the blood eye seemed to sigh. It then echoed in the valley. I really miss the days when I ventured into the great world with Lord Nether Imperial Consort. Unfortunately, I was careless and was defeated by a group of old fellows. But, the ultimate saint expert is immortal and indestructible. I have no choice but to seal them. I never thought that those old bastards would seal me here. The voice within the blood eye was rather excited, and it instantly calmed down before it roared with laughter. Those bastards. They used the 5-element origin seizing formation to seal me here. All these years, they've always extracted my origin energy and transformed it into monsters for their juniors to cultivate. All of them are shameless bastards. Nether Imperial Consort. Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma. He heard the laughter from the bloody eyes. Xiaoyan's facial expression changed, and he said in a deep voice, You are from Nether Domain. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.